I've got many more images to show because I believe and I respect everybody that's sending these photographs in. And I'm going to show these photos and videos of right across the world of many skies that are being chemtrailed, and also that pink haze that many of us now are talking about, because that haze in the sky is not from our sun, from another object that's out there. So please enjoy this video, and I will be back very shortly, and God bless you all. Here we have these first two images from Bill from Canada. Now you can see the top of his finger to the top of the screen, but when you look just below, also in the sky, there's a strange image of the sun. Okay, now look at those chemtrails. Between both trails there's a line in the sky. Now our sun wouldn't do that. You would still see the roundness of the sun. It's like it's been split in two, and that grey haze in between that. Twisted chemtrails and dark skies. This photograph was taken around 10:30. Look also on the land, on the building, on the trees. Very, very dim and dark. There's no filter that's been used to show you this photograph. This is a genuine photograph that's been sent in. Let's have a look at another one of these images. Okay, this is Bill's next photo, and it is getting much more stranger. Now these images are just coming in right now from Canada. Now we see the area again of the cloaking device. Look at that line in the sky. Now I said this before on the other video, that what you see on the screen, that blue sky, isn't the real blue sky. They spray different colours up there to fool the public. Everything is a screen, a covering screen to hide the truth. Now the giveaway of this screen that they're spraying with all that chemtrails is the gap in the middle of the area where the situation should be beaming through. You can see where the area is being blocked on the screen, right across the area of the sun. So it is getting spectacular and very strange. So thank you for these photos. Now also, like on the first video, we had images coming in from Mario, who's in the military. He's from Italy, and he is studying the skies every single day to showing you these strange formations, these strange colours reflecting on these chems. These are not natural cloud systems, and I'm here to try and get this evidence out and helping the people that send these photos in to showing the proof. And we're all a fantastic community, trying very hard to get the evidence truly out. Now I'm going to go to the next image, but look at those colours, just very, very strange, to show that this is not coming from our sun, from something else. Now this photograph, okay, is quite blurry, but you can still see the evidence of the area of the sun. But look above where they've got that thick chemtrail, and there's another colour behind it that's reflecting. Now this reflection is from a heavenly body that's now in our system. Look above as well. If you look clearly, you can see that purple haze behind all their chemtrails. Many colours that are reflecting in our skies. Now when we look at these photographs, it's so clear, isn't it, that there is an intruder in our solar system. As look around this cloud formation, it's clear, isn't it? But in the centre there is another reflection. And when we see this star in our lifetimes, on the day when we see those heavenly bodies, we will never ever trust the government, and many people will become fully aware, but it'll be too late to try and prepare. So looking at these photos, I really hope that many people will start to become aware of their surroundings and to prepare for this event. It's just hopefully to save our family members, our loved ones, because we really need to become strong for them. This is Mario's last image, and he stated in his email as well that that cloud formation, that black chem, didn't move. It just stayed in the same area until this colour light source just disappeared as the sun rose in the skies. He'd never seen it before, and he was just totally blown away with the little lines in it and the dark colour of this and all that haze. Above on the screen there's another colour as well. So many different colours in our skies. So Mario, thank you for sending this in, and God bless. Here we have some more images coming in from Limerick, from Ireland. Now James has taken these images from the morning skies. First you can see those reflections from those objects, that pink reflection reflecting on those chemtrails. Now I'm going to go to the next photograph. Here is the next photo. Now you can also notice the sun that's rising and still above that pink haze from the system. This pink haze has never gone away. It's still showing and reflecting in the skies as they continue to chemtrail. Now this next picture also shows that pink reflection, as again James is taking these photographs and noticing with the sun that's rising. And in his email he's stated as well that many people are noticing this pink haze over in Ireland and dark shadows as well. So I'm going to go to the next image that James sent in. So this is the last image from Limerick area of Ireland, proving that their skies are changing and they are chemtrailing. 20 to 25 military planes spraying the skies in the morning, and far too much of this pink haze. So thank you, James, for sending these photos in, because it's more evidence showing the truth. Now these new set of attachments are coming in from Dustin from Alabama, as the skies are being chemtrailed and we're seeing that haze, different formations and shadows. So just proving again that everywhere across the world, from Ireland to Alabama, are being hammered. Here's the next photograph as well from Alabama by this kind subscriber that's been persistent, sending in images for a very long time now to show you that there is a big change. Everything on the screen here is just chemtrails being sprayed across the skies of the USA 24/7, and many other parts of the earth is being screened all the time. Through the day, as on this screen, it's very important to speak about this photograph, because it just becomes more spectacular by the day. Around the area of this reflection that you see on the screen, the sky that's been sprayed, just behind it is too black, it's too dim. Now, is this the days of darkness? Because seeing these in high definition with that red haze around this reflector, just like that we saw the video from the Philippines, these images are just fresh now, and we're seeing that red reflection, aren't we? Now, it is very fluorescent, a different tone of colours that we see in the sky, and everything becomes dark. Now, this subscriber is stating as well that people are still blind to this. They still walk around with their new phones and they've got their heads down, and they truly believe that these are contrails to this day. And no government are warning anybody, so we've got to work for ourselves to become aware, make more people aware of this. That's not being denial. Take a walk, sit down somewhere, just look up to the heavens and notice this huge change, and try, if possible, to prepare for this. The dark shadow to above the left side is so much evident now that there is an object that's darkening our skies. So thank you for this image. Now, I've had up to 102 emails explaining that when they see their skies like this and they tune into them weather channels across the world and nothing is being said, they're saying they're becoming more aware of their media lies than ever before. And also, just people believe them, don't they? It's so outrageous. And I just think this is a criminal offence. I really do, to humanity. Look at those lines in the skies, and also that red haze, that orange haze around the area of the this reflector. Again, they are trying to make the reflector like the sun, but it isn't. It's too artificial. Look to the left side. Look how dark the sky is. Our sun would brighten up the sky. We would see beautiful blue skies, wildlife flying around happy and just being, and I mean, it is just absolutely outrageous. I see these photos and I see the skies, and I just want these to come out. It is so important. Now, as I'm showing you these photographs, I don't want to put the fear of grief up anybody. I don't want to cause mass panic. I don't want to cause fear. I'm just showing you what's being sent in, and I'm speaking the truth. I'm explaining to you what I see on the screen. Mr. Steve Olson explains in detail what he sees on the screen, and so does Mr. Jeff P. And many other people. Mr. David Dobbs sees those objects in the sky with his timelines. Everything is 100%, and we still get trouble for doing this. And we just got to keep pressing on, haven't we? Now, on the screen here that you see at 12 p.m, to anybody looking at this that's new to the channel would be shocked, because I would too, because what you see is chemtrails and the dark sky. They confuse people. They put these trails up in the sky to make people think it's those strange clouds covering up to make it dark. Well, what you need to know is that our government have proudly filtered our skies with poisons that are just harming everything right now. Birds falling out the sky. And when the news media report about these birds dying and falling out the sky, they don't explain why this is happening. They just give us a story. Oh, birds are falling out of the sky. And then that's it. They move on to something else. And they say they haven't got a clue why this is happening. Well, they're plugging our skies with poisons. This is why. And even fish are dying in the sea. And the poisons land into the sea and it's killing everything. Fish that get collected and then produced into the shops have chemtrails, poisons in them, and we're eating it. And look at that reflector that you see on the screen and the dark sky behind it. So I'm going to show you another image that's even more overwhelming. Now, as I just said, it is very overwhelming, isn't it? That's supposed to be our sun on the screen, and they're supposed to be our clouds. This is what the powers that be are hopefully wanting other people, even the younger generation, to want to believe. Now, we, the ones that are fully aware of this, see the big changes. Now, that there is a reflector, and this photograph is 100% genuine. Look to the right side. The sky is virtually black. And those trails are still being sprayed. But also, the news media, and it's also in magazines, explain that they are just contrails. Now, why would a contrail just be facing straight down towards the ground? Well, the thing is, we just know what's happening now, don't we? And through the videos, the darkness is becoming more evident. With this next image, we do see a lens flare, but we're not worried about that. But that reflector is being covered, and with the right hand side of the screen, just where the reflector is, there's a huge dark cover again. Skies are too dim. Above we do see that strange formation of clouds. We've seen this on other photographs as well. It is becoming more stranger every day. So I'm going to move on to another photo, but it is so important to try and speak to other people about this now, because Nibiru is becoming much more closer. With this photograph as well, that was only taken a short time ago, can you see that that strange formation is moving lower and closer towards that reflector? Now, many people have said, and I've got lots of emails as well, stating of faces in the sky. Can you see above with that huge sheet of chems? They do look strange, don't they, if you look closely on the screen. Now, it is becoming much more stranger every day, of different formations, and also it appears to be demonic, if you want to call it that. There's something going on. Okay, so let's now take a look on the other side. Many other parts of the USA, just across into Canada, and notice this red haze in the sky. Far too much red from the Nibiru system. Okay, we've got an image that's come through from D Intelligence from Canada. Now, you can see on the screen, can't you, that plasma, but also on the ground and the mountain just to the right side and the fence and what have you, you can see a pink haze that's reflecting. Now, this genuine subscriber from Canada stated in an email as well that they've never seen this pink haze ever, and it's becoming stronger. Let's go to the next image from these kind people in Canada. Now, just before the first image, they saw this in the skies, above a purple haze and this pink reflection. And looking up, they noticed as well that this cloud formation that they're seeing every day now has never been seen before. These strange formations again, and this reflection, two reflections, the yellow reflection from the sun and then this pink haze. Now, many people as well reporting in that they are or could be seeing the real sun on sunrise and then on sundown, but through the morning when they chemtrail, the reflector comes into play like a magnifying glass in the sky. And we are all now noticing this reflector and noticing these dark shadows that you can evidently see the shadow on the land. Let me move to the next photo. This photo also speaks volumes. Two colours and that purple haze, the huge reflections on their mountains as well. It just proves that there is a huge problem, and I really hope that people do repair, because we have to be fully aware of this situation, because still people are in denial of this situation you can see around the world. So let's go to other images from across the world, because this is becoming more and more evident. Mr. Richard Drayton from Florida sent these photographs in as well, and he was very shocked because he noticed those chem planes early in the morning, but these cloud formations appeared through about 10 a.m. Now, are they also disguising these trails to make them look like real clouds? Because he noticed too that the sky behind these formations of clouds were just absolutely dark, virtually black, with this white light source in the sky he believes to be the reflector. Again, this simulator. Now, look at the sky for that time of the day. It really is far too dim. And it really does amaze me how still people don't look up because they are not being notified by the media. It is a crying shame because they are deep underground, building those underground tunnels, and I'm a man of my word, and I will tell you now that this is happening. Agenda 21. And they still play us, the members of public, to making out that everything is fine. Let me go to the next image. Okay, we've got a subscriber that would like to remain anonymous from the USA, and she states, before sunrise, okay, 6 a.m, the sky just become very pink for about 10-15 minutes and then disappeared the colour. Now look at the screen. It hasn't been doctored or filtered in any way of any colour, because on the rooftop to the left side it's still its natural colour, but to this side from the northeast sky is this pink reflection. This is the next photograph that was sent in by the same person, and looking at those images and this photograph clearly shows that these are not natural clouds. Now, many people are sending in lots of emails as well, stating of this sort of demonic situation in our skies that cause people to become very agitated because it affects our brains, and there is something that's going on that's changing our attitudes, becoming mood swings, and again just very agitated, because what you can see on the screen is just not natural at all. Have you noticed as well through the different videos, these skies now have become much more intense of strangeness, and more people are now sending in messages, comments, explaining that things have become much worse. Now, on the screen, you can clearly see, can't you, this strange colour that's reflecting on those chems, because that's what they are on the screen. Just poisonous chems, screening the skies to stopping you from seeing those objects in the skies. This image also is before, well before the morning rise of the sun, and this haze in the sky just lasts for a short time, but it's so strong on this photo with a chemtrail reflecting. Now, many people in the other past weeks have said they are spraying pink chems. Well, I believe they don't spray pink chems. I haven't seen them before, but again, what you're seeing on the screen is a reflection from those heavenly bodies. People do call them the Destroyer and other names, but this object is now reflecting. Please also carefully look at this photo. To the right side, we've got that yellow reflection again from our soul, the sun. But when we saw that red sun in the sky, also recently from the Philippines and here in the UK and other parts of the world had seen that red reflection, even in the USA, of that red sun. Now look at the colour on these cloud formations, the same orange red colour as when that simulator is hiding everything you do see a dark shadow, like a halo there in the sky, but on sunrise and sundown, you're seeing the true colour of the affected sun as those bodies are with it. So this is just more evidence because the clouds are giving it away. The chems are showing the reflections. More strange formations in the sky. These are not natural clouds. These are just poisons and being spread across our skies. Now, when that pink haze disappeared through the early morning skies, during the sunrise, this kind subscriber noticed these strange formations again. They move closely towards the area of the sunrise to hide the swap over with this simulator, this object in the sky. These are not natural. Let me go to the next image. Now, many people ask me about a timeline of this event. When will this event happen? But I haven't got a timeline because nobody has the true timeline of this. Only the heavens above will know the time and day. Now, the colours on the screen again are so evident that there is something else that's coming in. But what I can tell you is when looking at these images and looking at the skies to this day, the huge changes. I take a walk down towards the beach on an early morning sunrise and see these colours and these strange formations. And this year alone, it's got much worse. And it's so important to keep being observant and noticing this change, because these images again are showing the truth. So the more and more we're looking at these photos, the more we're coming closer to something, aren't we? It's so important to show these. Here we have some other fresh images coming through from K Master from Nebraska, looking at those strange chems and that dark shadow above, and the trees again are just being destroyed. Let me go to the next photo because we're seeing more colours again, a haze. Now on the next photograph, he goes outside from his property and takes a view to the northeast skies and sees a strange pink haze that lights up the whole of the northeast. And this chap emails me every day to explain what he sees. He's got some brilliant views and he studies the skies all the time. And he noticed as well on the trees for this year, they've not been very healthy at all. He's very worried about this. So let's go to the next image. I just want to say also, there seems to be a lot of military people that are sending photos in and emails explaining what they're seeing, and also seeing lots of different strange formations in the skies through their past history. So going back to this kind subscriber again as well, walking round to the other side, he looks to the skies and noticing those chemtrails and this pink haze, and the temperature seems to be very strange as well. So I'm going to show the next image. During the sundown as well, look at those lines in the skies. It is very important to be able to get these messages out, because when you do see those lines in the skies, they're not natural cloud formations. So thank you very much for your photographs, and big respect to you too. NBT Vids sent this image in that was taken very recently as well, and he was absolutely blown away by this, because people are saying that there is faces in the skies. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just speaking out for others with this situation, because it is really important to speak out, because to the right side of this photograph, can you see that face formation here? It does look very strange, doesn't it? And these strange lines again. We see these every day, but they're becoming much more evident, like eyes in the skies. Could be nothing, but again, it does look very demonic, doesn't it? Here is the last photo from this kind subscriber, NBT Vids. Now, this person is new as well to looking at the skies and taking photographs and noticing this strange haze in the sky, but noticing also that the sun has changed. This pink haze on the outside, that same haze that we've seen with the sun from the Philippines and the formations to the other side, a huge reflection from another object. And we've got to get these words out. It's so important. So I'm going to go now and make this a raw edit, because it is so important to get the clear message out that our skies have changed. So thank you very much again for watching this video, and I'll be back again shortly.